Everyone, my name is Kim. I am a senior in the College of Arts and Sciences studying psychology, and today I'm going to take over the Instagram to show you a day in my life while completing online classes from home. So being an RA is really fun. You get to work with an amazing group of people. Some of my best friends that I've made at BU, I made in residence life this year, so that has been really fun. The main duties of the role just consist of helping residents and being there for them, and also building a sense of community in the building that you live in with events. So you really get to know the residents around you and you can help them when they need assistance. So getting involved with Transition to BU is super easy. You can just you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Transition to BU. We currently have mentor applications out, and then we will have applications to be a mentee out very soon. As a mentor, you help new transfer students adjust to life at BU, and you're there to answer their questions. As a mentee, you sign up to get a mentor so that you have somebody who can be there for you and show you around BU. And then we also host events for new transfer students to get to know each other. So I really like the psychology major at BU. They have a wide variety of classes, and I think that they are interactive, particularly with the discussion sections. You break down into a really small group of people, and you can ask individualized questions and get a lot of really long answers. On top of that, one thing that I really like about the major is at BU, it's psychological and brain sciences, so they incorporate the psychology and the neuroscience classes into the same major. They're cross-registered, so you can take both, which I think is really interesting. And I have taken a lot of the psychology and neuroscience cross-register classes because I just find that those are really interesting. And I'm actually in 3 of those right now, so you'll see a little bit of them later today. But I think that the major is really well-rounded and well-developed. For me, BU does not feel as large as it is. I think when you first get there, it feels really big and it can kind of be overwhelming. But once I got in, kind of got more adjusted, made some friends, it felt really small. You know, once you find the things that you enjoy and you are taking classes that you're interested in, so you like your major and you start to see the same people, it is really easy to find your niche, and then you'll notice that you start being able to say hi to people on the sidewalk and things like that. I know for dining plans, it really depends on where you live. Like people who live in like Warren Towers or the towers in West, they really like to have the dining plans that have more swipes because there's a dining hall like in those buildings. For me, because I lived in South, I had either the 250 or the 330, and it was like half dining points, half meal swipes, so I could kind of more evenly pick and choose where I wanted to go. But I also used a lot of my dining points at the Starbucks on campus instead of like actual food, so maybe allocate your points a little bit better than I did, but that is an option you can do as well. It wasn't hard at all. I went to my advisor like really early on when I got to BU, and she helped me work it into my schedule. So that's my biggest piece of advice as a transfer student. Go to your advisor early and they'll tell you everything that you can fit in, and it's usually more than you think. I know a lot of transfer students with minors. Join TTBU, number 1, of course. 2, go to Splash, that's the activities fair. And then 3, just go to anything on campus. Say yes to everything. There's so many things, particularly in the fall. Just take advantage and get involved and meet people. My favorite psychology class that I've taken is Drugs and Behavior, PS 333 with Professor Kane. And then a close second is Memory Systems of the Brain with Professor Ramirez, which I take right now. For me, I tried to clump the work, so I would do like classes for my minor in the same couple of semesters and then classes for my major in the same couple of semesters, so that I'm either doing like psych or international relations, and that's how I balance the workload. The best piece of advice I've gotten at BU is to focus on doing a few things that you like and you're really passionate about, than having a resume a mile long with things that you don't care as much about. I think it really shows through when you love what you do and you're really invested in it. I loved living in South Campus because it was pretty quiet, but it was still really close to everything that I needed to get to at BU. And then it was also really close towards like the rest of Boston. So it really feels like you're living on your own when you live in South, which I loved. So the transfer process really is different person to person. But in general, what happens is you apply to transfer and you have to get your syllabi from your old teachers at your old school and send them to BU. Once you get in, you get accepted. Then you go to transfer orientation, which for me was in the middle of July, and you get like a credit evaluation report of all the credits from your old school that are transferring over. And then you also fill out things like the roommate preference forms. They can match you up with a roommate and everything like that. And then you can come in and get started. I started in the fall, so I just came in at the beginning of the fall semester with everybody else. I got super lucky. I did random roommates and I became best friends with them. They are still some of my best friends to this day, and they helped me really socially acclimate to the university. And then, as I said a little bit earlier, I went to my advisor really early on and got all my credits sorted out and what classes I should take and academic path figured out, so I felt a lot better after that. So I recommend going to your advisor early as a transfer student. It smooths things out a lot. I definitely had an adjustment period academically first semester. Just getting used to the higher expectations was extremely challenging for me, and I think most people that go to BU do have that adjustment period, and then ever since then I've been totally fine, but first semester was difficult. Alright everyone, that's all for tonight. If you have any more questions, please feel free to message me on my personal Instagram at Kim0345. Have a good night.